Tonight, our year-long investigation into online romance scams shifts focus from victim to scammer. We've been sharing heartbreaking stories of people fleeced out of their life savings by scammers who prey on their lonely hearts. So who would do something like this? Well, in tonight's Eye on America, CBS's Debora Patta takes us on a stunning journey to the West African nation of Ghana, inside the secret rooms where these multi-million-dollar schemes are hatched.
Down a dusty alley in Accra, young men cast off their true identities as they enter this apartment. They call it their hustle kingdom. Meet Ghana's Yahoo boys, online fraudsters who swindle Americans out of millions of dollars by luring them into romance scams.
I go on online dating sites, find a male friend.
Abdullah, not his real name, is part of this syndicate that we filmed undercover. Late into the night, he scours online dating sites, preying on lonely older men over the age of 60, posing as this woman.
I'll go on Instagram, use a girl's picture. I pretended to be a girl, chat with him.
The scammers pretend to be white American women residing in the US, tricking men into falling in love with them. But these are small-time hustlers working for a boss who sets them up with phones, laptops, electricity and internet. And there are hundreds more underground boiler rooms just like this throughout Ghana.
I'm the mastermind behind the whole thing.
That's syndicate boss Voodoo, together with a senior member who calls himself Kola. They've agreed to speak to us on condition we conceal their identities.
I come from a poor family and a poor background.
And in a world connected by the click of a button, they've turned to cyber fraud.
How am I going to survive?
Kola's a university graduate who can't find a job.
I feel disappointed, like I didn't go to school to do this. Sometimes we take money from people, imagine that is my dad. But hey, in our game, there's no sympathy. Because once you go on the sympathetic side, you go hungry.
At the very bottom of the syndicate, new recruits learn the tricks of the trade, starting out by trawling the internet for new clients. Once hooked, the closers like Voodoo and Kola step in.
I fish everywhere in the world.
Which areas of the world are easier to catch?
Okay, easy to catch is Americans.
Here he's chatting with a 60-year-old man, posing as Sandra, living in New York, who'll soon be visiting her grandmother in Africa. The man asks what she looks like. Voodoo pulls this image from a porn site. Here's what comes next, the illusion of a budding romance. It begins with sending little tokens of affection, like chocolates or a teddy bear. They message constantly, laying on the attention and flattery. Then it's more expensive gifts to create the perception they are independently wealthy. When a victim insists on a video call, Voodoo hires online porn stars and records them acting out scenarios that he directs, from the mundane to the more raunchy.
They think they're talking to this beautiful blonde woman, yeah. I've paid to just have her on a video call. There's a picture.
If the victim gets suspicious, Voodoo works his magic. Here, he uses the image of one of his porn stars to forge an American passport as proof of identity. For in-person visits, they hire escorts who get a cut of the profits. Building trust can take months.
He do all that to get his attention and the trust. Boom, then we chip in business.
It's time for the big con, getting them to part with huge sums of money. The setup often centers around Ghana's globally renowned gold mines, the largest in Africa. The scammers, still posing as a woman, claim they're in line to inherit one of these mines. The victim is invited to invest in the mine with the promise of huge returns that will secure the happy couple's future together. All sealed with a forged ownership document, complete with an official seal. Yahoo boys and their hustle kingdoms are glamorized in popular West African culture. Voodoo and Kola claim their biggest payout was in the millions.
Every person have money. If you don't have money, the bank can borrow you money.
Do people go into debt then because of you?
Yeah.
They live a flashy lifestyle, expensive clubs, beach parties, fancy cars. We filmed one group celebrating a big payout by just throwing money in the air. But behind the flash and glitz, they style themselves as modern-day Robin Hoods.
Robbing Peter to pay Paul, right? But the Pauls in this contest really need help.
So you lie and cheat for a living. How do I know you're not lying and cheating to me now?
I don't lie and cheat for a living. I'm using what I have here to survive. I decided to be honest to you.
In a country where poverty is rife and jobs are scarce, there's a long line of kids ripe for recruiting into crime. But once they've tasted the good life, they seldom leave, regardless of the cost to victims an ocean away.
And Debora Patta is here with us. What an investigation and the access that you got to see the other end of this. What about the accountability? Is there any?
Well, not enough, clearly. I mean, the Ghanaian authorities do have an organized crime unit, but they lack resources. And the victims, especially when they're men, seldom report the crime because they're ashamed at what they've done, that they've been conned in the first place. And tomorrow night, we report on exactly one such case, a 75-year-old American who was conned out of hundreds of thousands of dollars.
But many of these men are embarrassed to report it. Debora Patta, thank you so much.